Good afternoon, our students. Today lesson number chemical compound classification. Chemical compound classification, all substances to divided elementary and the complex. Elementary substance to divided metals and the non-metals. Complex substance organic and the inorganic. Inorganic substance to divided base, acidic, salt. Salt to divided complex, basic, double, acidic and the middle. Oxides, non-salt forming and the salt forming oxide. Salt forming oxide to divided double, acidic, amphoteric and the basic. The plan of the lecture today: nomenclature, the structure formula, methods of production, the chemical properties, dissociation and the practice test. Oxides, a compound consists of the two elements and the one of them oxygen, where R it is any chemical elements. Oxygen nomenclature to divided basic oxide which forming only metals. Acidic oxide which forming non-metals. Amphoteric oxide as such oxide of metals which show both properties of the base and the acidic oxides. Double oxides are oxides in which atoms of the element are in different degree of oxidation. The structure formula. Structure formula which shows of the forming chemical bonds between atoms. Chemical bond indicated of line and the number of line equals of valence elements. Natrium 1 valence, oxygen 2 valence, natrium O natrium, which is structure formula. Methods of production. Next, the reaction source elementary substance with oxygen, for example calcium, sulfur, aluminium plus oxygen. Next, thermal decomposition of base, acid and the salts. The react of acidic oxides which elementary substance. The chemical properties. The reaction of base and acidic oxide with water. The reaction of base oxides with acid and acidic oxides with base. The reaction of base oxides with acidic oxides. Amphoteric oxides show both acidic and the basic properties. Base are compounds in which positively charged metal ion connects with negatively charged hydroxide ion, and which a number of hydroxide ion which equals valence metals. Nomenclature. Next, types of base: insoluble in water, water soluble alkalis, amphoteric base, and the acidity of the base is determined by the number of hydroxide ions. For example, calcium OH, lithium OH, 1 acidity base, calcium OH 2 acidity base, iron OH 3 acidity base, and so on. The structure formula: natrium OH, calcium OH 2 and aluminium OH 3. Methods of production. Next, the first, the reaction of the ionic exchange. The alkali are obtained by the reaction of alkaline earth metals with water, and also by means dissociation of the base oxides in water. And the next, electrolysis of the water solution of metal halogens. The chemical properties. Next, chemical reactions. Dissociation. The base dissociate into metals and the hydroxide ions in water solution. The two and the multi-acidic base are gradually dissociated. Okay? Acids. According to the Arrhenius theory, the electrolyte dissociation acids are compounds which form the positively charged ion of hydrogen at the dissociation in water solution. Nomenclature. Nomenclature of acidic. According to the chemical concept, acid are divided into without oxygen. For example, hydrochloric, hydrobromic, hydrocyanide, and oxygen containing nitrogen acid, sulfuric acid, orthophosphoric acid. According to Glucose, the acid divided into strong and weak acid. For example, strong acid nitrogen, hydrochloric, sulfuric acid. Weak acid is carbonic, sulfur, hydrosulfuric, and silicon, so on. Methods of production. A reaction of elementary substance, for example H2 plus S equals H2S, where it is a weakly acid is hydrosulfuric acid. A reaction of water which oxides, which phosphoric oxide, it is a acidic oxide plus 1 molecular water, it is a metaphosphoric acid. A reactions of salt with acid. The chemical properties, the metals arranged in the electromotive waters, the acids form salts, reaction with base, amphoteric oxide and the base, and so on. Next, dissociation. Acid dissociated into cations of hydrogen and the anions of acidic residue in aqueous solution. Salts. Salts are chemical compounds which are dissociated in the cations of metal and the anions of acid residue in aqueous solution. Salts' arid products is displacement of the hydrogen atoms by the metal in acid. Nomenclature. Middle salt products full displacement of the hydrogen ions by metal. Mixed salts, middle, a salt of two acids. Double salt, a hydrogen atoms of multi-base acid. Middle salt consists of two different metals. Acidic salt. Acidic salt consists of cationous metal and of several hydrogen atoms and acidic remains. The acidic and basic salt. Basic salt, it is consists of metals, several number of the hydroxide ion and the acidic remains. For example, aluminium hydroxydichloride, chrome dihydroxynitrate. Structure formula, it is for example, natrium sulfide, the calcium monohydrosulfide and the calcium monohydroxynitrate. The chemical properties, it is for example, chemical reactions. Method of production, it is the next chemical reactions, so shows method of production, middle, acidic, base and double salt. Dissociation. Middle salt, it is dissociated cation metals and the anion acidic remains. Acidic salt dissociated cationous metals, anions of the acidic remains and the cations of hydrogen atom. Base salt, it is dissociated of the stably. It is a dissociated metal cations, anion of hydroxyl groups and the anion acidic remains. Our students, I am finished my lecture today. Thank you.